Hey Jeff,
Uh,
let's hear this poem you got going on. It's a new one I hear.
you want to hear that one? Well, you can't put it on Facebook because it'll probably get me kicked off of Facebook. But in fact, if you don't have a sense of humor, you may not even want to listen to this poem. But anyway, it goes like this. You see, I acquired an old mare. She was just part of the trade, and by far the worst deal that I'd ever made. I was buying 2 colts, both quarter horse bred, the deal near complete when the old trader said, "Now, Sonny, have I got a great deal for you? I mean, there's no sense leaving with just those 2. For the same even money, I'll throw in that mare, the flea-bit gray one. She's standing right there." Well, at first glance, you could see she was long in the tooth, had a stiff lower jaw, and to tell you the truth, her back was a bit swayed, her legs were all bowed, had a cantankerous disposition, and surely it showed. And there was nothing gentle in her little squint eyes. They are the window to the soul, and the eye never lies. Now, I really should have asked why he was giving her away, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth, so they say. But immediately that little voice whispered to me, there's no such a thing as a horse that is free. Now, I wish I'd have listened, because he whispered it twice. It may sound good now, but there's always a price. But against better judgment, I hauled her on home. And I guess if I hadn't, there'd be no need for this poem. Well, she turned out to be everything that I thought that she would. She had all kinds of traits, but none of them good. She'd strike with her front feet and kick with her rears, and every time you'd get close, she'd pin back her ears. And to saddle her up was a challenging chore. I'd snub her down tight and she'd fight with all 4. She was spoiled and sulky, had to pedal her along. I've never before had one that headstrong. And the most dishonest bucker that I'd ever rode. She'd lull you to sleep and then she'd explode. She'd spin to the left, then duck to the right, and to stay in the middle was a hell of a fight. She was snotty and ornery and spitefully mean. So I appropriately named her the Counterfeit Queen. But after a while, well, even that name just didn't seem fitting. So now I just call her Hillary Clinton. Now, just by coincidence, on another bad deal, we had acquired an old stud we've always called Bill. And he was sly and snaky, and given the chance, old Bill would try covering every mare on the ranch. Every day we'd lock him up securely in his pen, but every night he'd somehow slip out again. We'd find him down by the mares, his tongue hanging to his knees. And if old Bill were a human, he'd be known as the sleaze. Now, just what to do with this old stud and this mare? If we tried selling them both, wouldn't get $1 for the pair. And after exhausting every avenue that we could, we finally put old Bill and Hillary out to pasture for good.